Our third fight of the night is Katlyn Chookagian versus Jennifer Maia. Second time they fought. They're both in the flyweight division. Katlyn Chookagian is coming at 16-4. She's coming at 5'9" with the 68-inch reach, and Jennifer Maia is coming back at 5'4", the 64-inch reach. Obviously, Jennifer Maia is going to be a lot thicker. She's a lot more compact for the 125 division. And these two have already fought. Katlyn Chookagian really took it to her on the feet, as many would suspect, right? In that last fight, they both went on to fight Valentina Shevchenko afterwards. Both lost, of course. But one thing that I saw that was concerning was at the very end of the fight, round 3, Jennifer Maia was able to take down Katlyn Chookagian and basically keep her there till the end of the fight. I think it was maybe a minute of top control. But I think if she wants to win, she knows that she can put her up against the fence and keep her on the ground if she gets a takedown. Now, she didn't do that very much in the first fight. We'll have to see if anything changes this fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty solid breakdown. We've definitely seen Katlyn Chookagian have issues with the wrestling, stopping the takedown, and then once you get her there, she's had issues getting up. I think Jennifer Maia looked pretty good in her last fight against Jessica Eye, and listening to her talk in interviews this week, she seems past the Shevchenko loss. Sometimes when you make it to that point and you don't end up winning, that can lead you down a skid you don't want to go on. 3 fights where you just don't really feel like doing it anymore. It doesn't seem like Jennifer Maia is in that boat. I think I'm going to ride the wrestler here. I think I'm going to take Jennifer Maia. I think this fight's definitely going to go 3 rounds because Katlyn Chookagian, she's outstriking people. She's very quick. She lands a lot of strikes, but she's going to decision in pretty much all of her wins. Let's see.
I mean, she does. Obviously, not many people can knock other people out at 125 in the women's flyweight division, right? We have Valentina and maybe Jessica Andrade that can do it on a consistent basis.
Her last win that wasn't a decision was a KO in 2016. She wasn't even in the UFC yet.
No, she point fights. I mean, honestly, that's what it comes down. She beats people on the scorecard, and that's because she has fantastic kickboxing. She stays on the outside. She gets in, gets out, doesn't take very much damage. She does have a good chin. I have to say that. But I think Jennifer Maia knows after the first fight that she cannot stay just chasing, because that's all she did in the first fight. She chased her around the octagon and, she tried to land her power shots, but she was just getting torn up. If she wants any shot of winning this, she knows that she has to get this to the fence and make this dirty and make this ugly. And if you know that, and I'm sure coaches know that, especially the second time fighting her, she's going to have to do it. So, I'm going to have to take Jennifer Maia on this one too.
Nice. We're finally clicking. It's like we're almost partners. Been doing this for 28 episodes since April 2021. Shithead Sportsbook Inc. established. But no, I absolutely agree. I think it's going to come down to scorecards. I think it's going to come down to a decision. And I just think that the takedowns for Jennifer Maia are going to weigh much more heavily on the judges' scorecards than the touch and goes of Chookagian.
Well, I mean, obviously that, but Jennifer Maia knows that this is her only way. She can't do what she did last time. She lost.
Well, I just mean, even if she's getting takedowns and she can get up off the bottom, we could see Jennifer Maia land 6, 7, 8, 9 takedowns, and you don't lose fights on the scorecard when that's your stat line.
That's right. But however, the sports books see it differently than us. We have Katlyn Chookagian coming as minus 174 favorite, and Jennifer Maia as a plus 160 underdog here. I think if you're looking for an underdog, this is the one to take. even though the last outing between these two didn't fall in her favor, we pretty much outlined why we think she's going to win, you know? And I'm sure that there's not really anything going on in here.
I mean, I totally agree. I think in a fight like this, the second time will favor the person that lost the first time because they're both in there. Katlyn Chookagian is number 2 at 125, and Jennifer Maia is number 4. They're both right in there. The winner of this fight is probably one fight away, if not next, for a title shot. This fight's a lot more important than people care to give it credit for.
Who the number one contender is in flyweight?
No, but if you look at the prop bets, I can look it up and
Yeah. So I think one thing here that I actually find quite tasteful is Jennifer Maia wins by decision at plus 240. Like we were saying, if she can get these takedowns and just keep stacking those up throughout the fight, I mean, I think she has a very high probability of winning, and that's probably your safest prop bet of the night. To make some quick cash. Plus 240, I think is phenomenal.
Yeah, looking at the women's flyweight rankings for the UFC, I mean, if it's not the Shevchenko versus Jessica Andrade rematch, it's going to have to be the winner of this fight fighting in a rematch against Shevchenko.
Is Andrade still number 1?
It's Shevchenko's the champ, obviously, and then Andrade, Chookagian, Jennifer Maia, and then it's Lauren Murphy again. After that, it gets interesting, though. Talia Santos, Alexa Grasso, Vivi Arujo. That could be interesting with some new blood. Talia Santos has looked pretty dangerous.
That might be a sidebar for the end of the pod, but
yeah.
We all know who the queen is in the 125 division. That would be Valentina Shevchenko.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. You agree with me on the plus 240 for Maia by decision?
Oh, yeah. We're going to hammer it. We're going to freaking smash that bitch.
Is that big balls in Cowtown?
I would say so. I would go with big balls in Cowtown. Big balls in Cowtown.